Today, I'm heading out to a very sketchy urban area to try and catch the hardest fighting pound for pound saltwater fish I've ever hooked into. But even though these fish fight super hard, a lot of people consider them to be trash fish and they don't keep them to eat. So today, I'm also going to be taking them home where we're going to be cooking them up a special way to see if we can make this trash fish edible. But if we want to have a good dinner, we first have to catch some fish, and that means going to a place I've never been before, which has been abandoned by mankind. But before we can even get our lines in the water, we first need to secure some bait, so that's where our story begins. Now luckily for me, bait was not going to be an issue because I went out with my buddy Sheldon and he stopped at a few spots to do some cast netting, and luckily for us, the bait was moving like crazy. The original plan was to get some bait, catch some catfish, and use those catfish as bait to catch sharks, but unfortunately for us, well, I'll let you find out. After getting some bait, Sheldon told me he was going to take me to a spot he hasn't fished before, and it was the sketchiest place I think I've ever seen. This is an old industrial area right next to a ship channel, so hopefully there are going to be some big sharks moving through, or at least that's what we were told. Alrighty, we've got a big ol' shad. 2 ounce weight on one of those Timu shark rigs. And we're just gonna launch it out and set the rod down and pretty much just wait. We're gonna loosen up the drag. That way something grabs it, we don't break the rod. But there we go, we're all set for shark fishing. But I couldn't even make it all the way back to the truck before my fishing rod got smoked by a big fish. Maybe not. Whatever it was, it didn't get hooked, but it wasn't going to take too much detective work to find out what species had hit my line. Yep, catfish slime. Some kind of catfish already coming. If we catch a catfish, he's going to be used for bait. Now, the two main catfish species we're going after are hardhead catfish and gaff-top catfish. And both of these are considered trash fish by most saltwater fishermen, but gaff-top is actually a really good eating catfish if you get a good size one and if you make sure to remove all of the nastiness, which we'll talk about later. But if we want to catch our target species of a shark, we're first going to have to catch a small enough catfish that we can use for cut bait. Little did I know it was going to be a matter of seconds before I got my next bite. Doesn't look very big, but it's hitting. Yeah, we got it. Catfish is my guess. Oh, okay. Putting up a little bit of a fight. Oh, goodness. What are you? Gaff top, good size gaff top. Oh, man.
All right. He's gonna be shark bait.
No, he's food, dude.
Oh, food?
Oh, yeah. That's
No
good
shark
size.
bait?
We catch a smaller one, maybe. Gaff top's good eating if you cut off the bloodline. Sheldon had just got his line in the water as I was bringing this over to the ice chest, and before I could even put that fish away, he had caught another gaff top. It's maybe a gaff top fishing trip now. God, that's a good size one,
Shark
dude.
bait.
No, dude, keep him to eat.
Yeah.
It's a good one. 2 eaters. Don't say, that's good eating, dude. If I filled up my freezer with gaff top, I'm not going to be complaining at all.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to get some more bait. Went with a shad that time. I'm going to grab one of these ladyfish, I think. Gonna go with that.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we've got an entire ladyfish on now. With some fresh bait, I was hoping to catch a different species of fish, but I wasn't the only one that was out here fishing. There was also a pelican who swooped down, and I'm pretty sure he caught a fish, but I couldn't really see for sure. Whatever the case, moments later, I already had another fish. We got something. This time, I was going to find out why this fish is considered one of the hardest fighting saltwater fish. Oh, it's tough. Oh my goodness gracious. It's got some power behind it, whatever it is. Goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be another catfish. Oh, stud. Stud catfish. Now he might look pretty small on camera, but this was at least a 6 or 7 pound catfish. And this was going to be considered the average size for the fish we were catching today. And as I was bringing it over to the cooler, I noticed that Sheldon had also just caught another gaff top. That means we've got about 20 pounds of catfish in the first 10 minutes of pulling up to the spot. And things were not looking like they were going to be slowing down anytime soon. All right, we don't have any sharks yet, but we do have about 20 pounds worth of catfish right now, which is pretty crazy. But we're going to throw it right back out. Same piece of bait. With the smallest catfish so far weighing about 5 pounds, we really need to catch a much smaller catfish to use for bait. Dude, I can't even walk back over to the truck without getting hit. Goodness gracious. Come on. Dude, me and Sheldon both doubled up. I think we've doubled up every single time one of us has caught a fish. These lines haven't been in the water for more than 3 minutes without being attacked. Goodness gracious. Okay, we're gonna go between the legs. Golly. These gaff tops fight so hard for their size. Oh my goodness. Golly. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Huh? You're gonna have a pretty big fish to beat.
Let's put them side by side. Mine's bigger.
After 12 minutes, we already were sitting at about 35 pounds of catfish, which is incredible. But with the ice chest rapidly filling up, we were hoping to catch a small hardhead or maybe a small gaff top, just so that we could have some good bait to try and catch the shark that we came here for. Oh my goodness, gaff tops are the slimiest catfish. Can't stand them. It's so hard to get the slime off. Oh my goodness, I'm already wore out. And I've only been fishing for maybe 15, 20 minutes. Oh man. Dude, I can't even walk back to the truck without a fish hitting. We've got one hitting. Yep. Okay, this one doesn't feel as big. It feels much smaller. This one's definitely smaller. Ah, hardhead. Finally, we have shark bait. Oh my goodness gracious. Now YouTube doesn't like showing what happens next, but basically we magically ended up with a piece of catfish chunk bait, and that's our new bait of choice. Okay, chunk of catfish. There we go. If something wants to bite this, it's gonna have to either be a shark or a cannibal catfish. Little hack for those of you who are bank fishermen. You have lots of slime on your hands, find some fine gravel or some sand and wash your hands in the water. And that irritation helps take off some of that stuck on slime. Just watch out for glass or anything else that might be in the water where you're washing your hands. But there we go, slime-free hands. Got something already hitting. Doesn't even feel that big. Oh, there he goes. Oh, might be a stingray. Come up. Come up, let me see you. Goodness gracious, what is this? Oh my gosh, gaff top. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Oh, another stud. But while I was messing with this catfish, Sheldon had not one, but 2 catfish hitting both of his rods at the same time. Sheldon was doubled up on 2 more gaff top. Ooh. Mine's bigger.
Yeah.
So far, this is the smallest catfish we've caught in the last like 30 minutes. Monster sized out here. And now we're gonna have to set up a stringer most likely because that ice chest is full. Ah, look at here. Got some little hermit crabs. There's another one hanging out right there. A little bit bigger of a shell. Let's see if we can get him to come out here in a minute. Him and his little buddy. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I watched the hermit crabs for about 30 seconds, but I didn't even have enough time to see the big one come out of his shell before my rod got hit yet again. Oh, we got one. Oh, I think it might be. For a minute there, man, I got my drag pretty tight. For a minute there, I wasn't moving it. I think it's a catfish. Dang it. Thought switching to catfish as bait would be better for not catching the catfish, but apparently the little cannibals. Oh, there he is. God. Jeez. Jeez. Oh. Yeah. Another gap top. God. Jeez.
That is a monster.
Holy cow. All right. Dude, I might not even be able to grab him with one hand.
Shall I go and make a stringer?
Let's see if we can stuff him in there. There we go.
We won't be able to.
Not with that attitude. Goodness gracious. I can't even hold him far enough for him to be in frame. Holy cow.
You think we'll be able to fit him?
Maybe. Oh gosh. Crap, I accidentally rubbed catfish slime on my camera. Yeah, go ahead and
That's fine.
try to stuff him in there. Okay.
So much for catching sharks.
Yeah.
Catch a ton of gaff top.
Oh, I got slime on my camera. Let me get that slime off. Oh my gosh. Okay. I went to turn the camera on and just smudged catfish slime right on the lens. Oh my goodness, my wrist is hurting. Wow. Those fish genuinely fight like they're 3 or 4 times their size. They are incredible fighters. Oh man, especially when they're in that 5 to 10 pound range like we've been catching them. Oh my goodness. It seemed like all of the commotion started to draw in all of the wildlife, like these birds that were flying up above us, and even some dolphins swimming out in the water. It seemed like all at once, all these predators started to circle around in the water and in the sky above. We even had a massive flock of pelicans flying above to scout out some bait fish to chow down on. And if you've ever wondered how smart dolphins actually are, they'll escort boats like these knowing that they're eventually going to put down some nets that's going to scoop up a ton of shrimp for them to eat. But with this big boat moving through, that should keep them away from our lines, and that's a good thing because I just got another hit. Got a fish on this rod, didn't even realize it because it was stuck on a log down there. Might not even be that big, or it might be big and just tired out from fighting up against that post. Oh, goodness gracious. Come on up. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh. Don't you get me wrapped up. Oh. This is probably one of the smallest ones we caught today. It's still a good fish. Good sized catfish. Sheldon's got a stringer now because the ice chest is completely full. So we'll throw him on a stringer. Oh man. Whew. Eventually, I decided to try my luck on the sketchy pier, and that would pay off for me pretty quickly. Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh my goodness. He's fighting. Oh, this might be a stingray. Oh, he got me hung up. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. This is a gaff top, it's huge. Holy cow. Oh my goodness gracious. Dude, there's no way it's a gaff top. There's gotta be a stingray. There's gotta be a stingray. Oh my goodness gracious. Get up. Get up. Oh my God. foul hook him? Oh. I must have hooked him in the mouth and then he flailed around and got hooked in the belly. God. That explains why it felt like I was pulling in a stingray. Oh my goodness. Now I think that would technically count as this guy being snagged, and I don't know if that's legal or not, so I'm gonna release him. I could see where the hook was in the nose originally, but I don't want to take any risks, so we're gonna throw this guy back. I mean, we are not running low on catfish, and that's one less fish I have to fillet tonight. Now that would have been a good one to eat, but I don't know the regulations. I don't feel like getting fined for one single gaff top, especially when we've caught well over a dozen at this point. So, whew. My arms are sore. At this point, with a stringer and ice chest full of fish already, the bite finally started to slow down. And to be honest with you, we both needed a break for a little bit, so it was a welcome surprise. It actually gave me plenty of time to take a look at the local wildlife, like this bird that was perched up trying to catch some little shrimp and bait fish in the shallow water. But sadly, I don't think he was able to have the same luck we did. Which is really sad because we were about to hook into the biggest catch so far. Yeah, I'm hung up on something. Oh, Sheldon, I think I got a stingray. Sheldon and I had doubled up on something that was pulling incredibly hard. Goodness gracious. I think you're caught on my line. That's what it was. As it turns out, we were just fighting each other the entire time. Yeah, we were playing tug of war. All right, hold up. Let's use up. At this point, we were tired from fighting gaff tops and each other, so we were about ready to pack it in. But I decided I wanted to catch one last fish before we left this spot. But what happened next made me regret that decision. Okay, that's a fish. There we go. Oh, man. Jeez. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. It ain't one to move. It might be a stingray. Or I'm hung up on something. I was, in fact, hung up on something, so after 5 minutes of struggle, I finally had to just break my line. I'm just gonna pop my line. Yeah. Pretty sure he just broke my line. Dadgum, he got me hung up, whatever it was. I tied back on another rig, threw it back out, got another bite, and got stuck yet again. So finally, I decided it's time to pack up. 2 rigs gone. We may not have caught the shark we were after, but holy cow, we got buckets and buckets of catfish. Ooh. And we didn't get injured. That's a little bonus. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes them catfish will wear you out. We probably caught between the two of us at least 20, 25 catfish.
And the ones we have lost.
Yeah, we'll have to tally it up when we get back home, but we got dinner for days. But I have a ton of fish that I need to clean, so we're heading back to the house to get that started. Alrighty, so we have a grand total of 17 keepers. I'm about to be filleting for the next hour and a half, but I'm gonna show you guys exactly how much meat you yield from all these catfish, which is just about 2 hours of fishing. Alrighty, so each bag contains 5 catfish fillets. So we do have some big bags because we ran out of small ones, but it all contains the same amount of fish. So a couple of these go to Sheldon, a couple of those go to us, and some of this will go to family members, but all of that from one single fishing trip. To cook these guys up, I like to fry gaff top, and I'm going to be using some Louisiana brand fish fry mixed up with some Whisker Seeker tackle fish fry to see if it makes a better difference when you mix them together. I'm also using milk as a binder this time because last time when I used milk instead of water, it created a much crispier fish. And after a few minutes of frying, it's finally time to take it out and see how this stuff turned out, and to test if this is actually a trash fish like so many people claim it is. But I gotta say, on first glance, it looks pretty dang good. Alright, so we have our catfish right here. Now, the only way that I like to prepare my gaff top is fried. So this time I did it with some nuggets, and I actually mixed the Louisiana brand fish fry that I use with some Whisker Seeker tackle fish fry and a good bit of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of kick. And I gotta say, dipping it in the milk made a big difference on the crispiness. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is super crispy compared to how it normally is when you just dip the fillets in water. I'll come close real quick so you can hear the crunch. Oh yeah, very crispy, very crunchy. It's got a little bit of that kick in the back of your throat from the cayenne pepper. It is absolutely delicious. I will say, the extra little bit of onion that you get from mixing in the Whisker Seeker tackle fish fry with the Louisiana is good. The Whisker Seeker by itself, in my opinion, is way too oniony, but whenever you mix it, it's pretty good. Now, when you're cleaning a gaff top, there is a red part of the meat on the skin side of the fillet. Cut all of that off. If you leave any of that, it's gonna taste super fishy. It's really nasty. Sheldon, actually, the first time he cooked gaff top, he didn't know to cut that off. And so he cooked up some fillets with the red on it, and he said it was like cat food, like nasty, nasty. You do not want to eat it with that red on it. But once you cut that red off, the rest of it, to me, tastes just like blue cat. Now, you could just fry the whole fillets, but I like to have a little bit more crunch whenever I'm eating fried catfish, so I like doing the little nuggets instead. But you could do the exact same thing with the full fillets, and it'd be pretty much the same thing, just a little bit less of that crust. Now, you can see right here, it's not super firm and hard. It is a little bit flaky, and it's just like regular catfish. Now, I've had some buddies who swore up and down that they would never eat gaff top, and I've even cooked them fish without telling them it was gaff top, and they're like, man, this is a good catfish. And then you end up telling them, oh, it's gaff top. And they're like, oh, I mean, it was nasty. And so there's a lot of negative stigma around saltwater catfish. Now, hardhead, I will say, it is nasty. I've tried cooking it several ways. Hardhead has just never been good for me. But gaff top can be really good as long as you cut off that bloodline. Oh, man. So that right there is like one bag out of either 5 or 6. So just 2 hours of fishing made this times either 5 or 6. I don't remember. I didn't really count the bags last night. I was very tired. It was like 11:30 when I finished cleaning fish. So you have to cut me a little bit of slack. But that'll feed my family for weeks right there. So it's really awesome that one single fishing trip can provide that much food. Now, I am going to be sending some of those bags to Sheldon and giving some bags to my family members. But that right there is some saltwater catfish. If y'all have any other species you'd like for me to catch and cook, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have your own recipe and you'd like to share it with me, drop it in the comments down below, and I'd love to try it out in a future catch and cook. Before you go, I'd love to pray with you real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you so much for such a bountiful day of fishing. I pray that we'd be able to bless others with this fish and also glorify you through everything. God, I pray that we'd all seek you in our daily lives. In your name I pray, amen. And as always, guys, Jesus loves you, I love you, and have a great day. Make sure you're subscribed because the next video, we're going to be trying out the weirdest frog fishing lures I could find online and in stores, and you're not going to want to miss that video. If you would be so kind as to pop a like and a hype on this video, that would help out tremendously, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.